Hey guys, welcome back to another video, shall I say? So this is a little different here. This video is just on filing and shaping. I wanted to take the time out to make a video just focusing on how I get my nails to look the way they look. As you guys know, my nails start out as a big, thick, lumpy mess. And so I wanted to show you guys that process of how I turn them into a cute little nail. So let me explain the video first. So the first half of this video, from here to the first half, is me filing and shaping of the thumb. The second half of the video is just shaping of the four fingers. And so if you're not interested in what bits I use to remove bulk and all of that, you can kind of just skip to the middle of the video. And that will just show you how I get my shape crisp as I get it. Now we know my nails are nowhere near perfect. They be wonky a lot of the times, but I think I do a decent job. All right, so look, we want to start this video out with this 2-time course bit. I mean, apologize now, guys. I am getting a little stuffy, and so you may hear me clearing my throat or cough or sneeze a few times throughout the video, so I do apologize for that. But let's start this out with this 2-time course bit. I get these bits from AliExpress. They are long burl bits. They do sell them on Amazon also. It's just on Amazon, it's like $20 for one bit. On AliExpress, it's like $10 or $11 for one bit, at least the good ones. All right, so, and those are the orange bits. So I took that orange bit and removed some of that bulk. Now I'm going to go in with this green hand file. I get them from Amazon. I believe they like 10, I mean, it's 10 in a pack for like $5. I love these for shaping. I'm filing back that nail. I like to wear my thumbnail short. I do use it for just about everything in my daily life. And so I do keep that nail nice and short so I'm able to function with it. But I'm just going to take that file and just do a general shaping. So I'm not doing like a perfect shaping. I'm not really worried about the shaping at this point. I just want to get the shaping and the length in enough where so I can see how much more product I need to remove off the surface. All right, so after we do that, we're going to go in with this green coarse bit. And I am cutting my E-file on 12 or 13. I know the speed varies depending on what your E-file is, but a 12, 13 for me is like a low medium speed. Not real low. It's hitting the medium, but it's not real fast in the medium. Okay. Now I don't know why I didn't just go ahead back in with my orange 2-time course bit, but I did want to show you guys just some of the different bits that I do use, and so that is why I did switch to the green course bit. Now you will see me focus a lot of the attention at the where the colors are, where the purples are. Focus a lot of attention towards the end or the tip of the nail. So I'm just going to take that bit again, and I'm just removing some of that bulk. I am pulling the bit or the E-file away from me, so I kind of start in the middle where my apex would be and then pull away. And this is just removing some of that thickness on the end of the nail. And I just pretty much start from that one side and rock my way all the way over. All right, after I give it a look over, now you guys will see me look quite a few times. I do like to look from different angles just to make sure I got everything good. But I was looking down the center, and in the center was still a bit thick. And so I'm just going to go back in and just keep filing away whatever is not needed. All right. So after that, we'll wipe that little dust off. I always wipe the dust off. It just makes it a little easier for me to see what I'm working with. And this brush is actually an old makeup brush I had, but it works great for that dust. All right, after I remove that thickness, I'm going to go in with my hand file. Hand filing is so important. Please don't skip the hand filing part. The hand filing is what makes the nail look pretty. So I wanted to kind of break this down a little bit. With this filing right here, what I'm doing is I'm filing around my cuticle area. You can physically see where the file have touched that nail. So you can see only filed around that cuticle area. I like to start around the cuticle with my hand file, and then I'm wiping it off just so you guys can see. So you can see what was filed and what was not filed. And deep down in that corners was not filed. So I'm going to take my hand file at like making like a C motion, shall I say, and just getting down in that corner with that hand file. Whatever I do on one side, I do on the other side. I will say that a lot throughout this video. After I do the cuticles, then I'm going to work on the tip of the nail. So I'm just holding on to that nail with my pointer finger, and then I'm taking that hand file and I'm filing the tip of that nail. So I'll do that again, starting from that one side, work my way work my way over to the other side, and just keep doing that until everything has scratches on it. Now you can see directly in the center, there is no scratches, which means I did not file that. So now I'm going to take my hand file and start filing that. This is why I say hand filing is so important, because if I did not file them shiny areas, once I go to top coat, you will see a low spot or a high spot, a dip or something. Like the top coat is not going to cover it, or if you polish it, you will be able to see those spots once you go in with your next step. So please hand file, just file that nail until every inch of that nail has scratch marks or it's chalky. I love hand filing. That's the part that just makes that nail look so sleek. So if y'all can take one thing from this video, hand file. Please hand file. All right. After I did that, now I'm gonna go in with this red fine bit. Again, AliExpress. I do believe, let's see. I think I probably turned that e-file up to like 5, maybe, or 6, something like that. It wasn't that fast because I am working around that cuticle. And so I take my fine bit and start from one side and just work my way around it, starting from that one side and then, going over. Now, I'm not really focusing where my apex is. I'm just focused around the cuticle and then down at the tip. Those are my main focus. I was trying to show you guys here that purple was still overlapping on that white, and so I needed to focus a little more attention there just to clean it up. Like I like for every color to be in its own section without bleeding over, and so going in with a hand file or a fine bit helps me to get that little bit of poly gel, just that little bit that's still stuck there that I just can't get off. And so using that fine bit kind of helps with that. I just kept trying to show you guys that, but it wasn't showing that well on camera. But all right, after we go ahead in with that fine bit, here is the underside of the nail. You can see that tip is still fairly thick. And so I'm going to go in with the hand file, and I'm going to go in with the e-file, and I'm going to file the underside of the nail because I don't want to take too much thickness off, but I still want the nail to be, a little slim, shall I say. So if I were to remove, let me explain it like this. If I were to remove more polygel off the top, then that would just been thinning out the nail. Being that I removed it from the underside, it allows me to have that thin looking tip without taking off too much product. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, the corners was too sharp for my likings, so I just was going underneath of there just to kind of round them off a little bit. Being that I went back in with that red bit, with that fine bit, I needed to go back in with my hand file because regardless of what bit I use, I will feel those little ridges that the drill bit makes, and I don't like that, so I do go in with the hand file just to smooth that whole nail out again. Now, being that I already filed this nail and stuff, I wasn't too worried about filing one side, the other side, the cuticle. I just was trying to buff that nail or blend that nail, just pretty much get them little ridges out. That's the best way I can explain it. So I am kind of like filing in a circular motion. I was just trying to hurry up and get that nail chalky again. But okay, that is the nail. That is all I do to that thumb. There we go. There's the nail. Now we're going to jump into my shaping. So here is the pointer finger. Here is my green hand file. I believe this is a 100-180 hand file. It is super strong. Oh, look, real quick. right there in that little corner, you can see some polygel that just wasn't looking right. I always tell you guys the small details matter. And so that little piece right there that was just kind of wonky, I went in with a thin wood hand file and kind of rounded around that cuticle just to clean that up. All right, let's get into how I shape. So I take my file, I put it up against the nail. I do have to tilt the hand file a little bit just so the whole nail is covered. So I'm going up and down, not back and forwards. You guys will be able to see a little better soon, but just stay with me, stay with me. All right, I'm going up and down. I'm holding that nail with my thumb. Let's do the other side. So I had to flip my hand over. I put that hand file up on that nail, hold that tip with my thumb, and then file up and down. So hopefully you can kind of see it better from here. Again, I do go across all the fingers so you'll be able to get different views. And that is how I shape. I go up and down and not back and forth. Now, I if I if I shape overhand, same thing. I'm just going to hold that tip with or the middle. I'm going to hold that nail with one finger and then do the same. Whichever direction I file the nail in on one side, I do the same on the other side. So if I'm filing overhand on one side, I file overhand on the other side. If I file underhand on one side, you get the point. So I'm going overhand, holding it, filing up and down. Same thing on the other side. I do not change the position of my hand. And I'll go across all of the nails like that, overhand, and just make sure I'm holding that nail with my thumb, just so that way it's the same amount of pressure on all of the nails. Same thing for the pinky. Now, everybody know that pinky can be hard to get to at times, so I do this whole thing with my hand flipped over, but it's the same process, just my hand upside down. Here is another thing I do when I do shaping. On the middle finger, just be a little patient with me. On the middle finger, you guys will be able to see it a little better, but I'm just going to hold that nail at the tip and then file up and down. All right, give it a little second. It's coming, guys, so you can see it better. You can understand it a little better. I didn't want to take out enough. I wanted to kind of keep everything so you guys can see it. All right, this is what I'm doing. So I'm going to hold the tip. There we go. Hold the tip, and then I'm just taking that hand file and going up and down the side. So I start at the top and work my way down, go back and forth, up and down if I need to, but it's the same motion. Put it on there. There's a better view, and just file up and down. This ensures that my sides are straight. Like it's just straight. Like I don't have a problem with that part. So here's a tip for you guys. Maybe just try to file up and down. Take your hand file, hold it, horizontally, and then file up and down. All right, this is how I get my tip. So I'll hold it with my thumb, and then let me show you something. If you file that way, what's going to happen is the top of your nail, I'm going to show you. The top of the nail will be back and the underside will be long. If you file it the opposite way, what's going to happen is the bottom side is going to go down and then the top part will be out forward. So depending on what look you're going for, let me see, how can I explain that? Depending on the look that you're going for, it depends on how you will hold your hand file. I personally just like a straight, even tip. So this is what I do. I put my hand down on my kitchen sink, make sure it is steady, and then I take that hand file and just go down that nail. And that will make it nice and straight. I don't have to worry about the underside sitting out too high or the top part being out too high. It is just straight. And I'll do that on all of the nails. Put the little finger down and then take that hand file. I do not go up and down. I don't go back and forth. I go down, remove the file, and then go down again. And I'll do that on all of it. Y'all, I really hope I'm making sense. Like, I really wanted to do a good filing video for you guys. And I just hope I'm making sense. Like, I feel like I'm just all over the place rambling on, but hopefully that works. All right, this is how I check to make sure my tip is straight. I'll take the hand file and put it up against the tip of the nail. If the nail like rocks or move or whatever, then I know something is off. For instance, this pinky is a little off. It kind of rocked. I'd be trying to show y'all guys, but it don't be coming off right. But that pinky did rock a little bit, so I know I needed to go in and just kind of pull it back a little bit more. And this is another reason why you want to build the nail or make it a little longer than the length that you want to go for, because you want to have space for error. So you want to have space to be able to file it back if need be. All right. After I do all of my little shaping and filing, I wash my hands. I kind of left this part in here because I wanted you guys to see what the nail looked like after all the dust and everything was done. But let me take my time out to say thank y'all right quick while I'm washing my hands. Thank you, thank you, thank y'all. I truly love and appreciate all of you guys' support. Y'all just don't know. This has been a little journey for me. Just all started out as a hobby, and you guys boosting my ego, giving me that love and support, just gave me that extra confidence to make these videos. So I definitely thank and appreciate you guys. And of course, you know, everybody I say in YouTube videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget my Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok is all at Miss Brittany Nails. So you get a chance, go on them other platforms if you haven't, and follow me there. But look, I went in with some Dawn dish soap. I personally prefer Dawn. You can use any dish soap, but I just like that it is a good degreaser, and the Dawns have like bleach in it, or when not bleach alternative. And so I just like to use the Dawn. It just works really well. We're getting all the grease, oil, dirt, dust, everything off. So I go ahead and wash my hands. I do gotta wash my little bracelets and stuff because that dust do get up in there. But here is the nails. Now, usually I do not wipe them off with the rag. I let them air dry. But I just wanted to be able to show you guys the nail. So what I'm doing here is once I wash them and they wet, I'm looking for that line of light. If you can see them little white lines, they call it your line of light. And if they are straight, that means your nail is straight. It should only be a little wonky where your apex is. But overall, that line should be straight. So here is the nails. I will show it again in a little bit. You'll be able to see it a little better. But here is the nails. This is just me doing a once over just to make sure I like how everything is looking. But this is the thumb after I did the filing, all from the different sides, different angles, so you can see my thumb. I do use that bad boy for everything. Like I open my packages, pick up stuff, scratch my head, scratch my ear. I do everything with that thumb. But here is the pointer finger. I had a little piece of white poly gel under there that was peeking through. But overall, there is the nail. Here is the finished set. I haven't posted the actual video yet, so be patient with me. But here is the nails after the filing. I hope these videos help you guys. Talk to you in the next one. Bye.